everyone, and welcome to another episode of Triple Threat. I am your host, Big D, and to my right, the California Kid.
Hey.
And to my left, we got the...
Karen Bembry.
Thank you. And on the phone, we got the man, the Pipe.
Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he's Hall of Fame. Yeah, he's definitely a Hall of Famer. GWC Hall of Famer. The Pipe, former GWC.
I was trying to sing the song from the Hall of Fame. How does it sound?
You didn't sing one word.
Well, yeah, well, three, but yeah, you're right. Go on.
Okay. Well, it's been a few weeks, but it's time for our thoughts about Wrestlemania 29 from New York, New Jersey. And I had to say, our thoughts were pretty much dead on and then some about how bad it was going to be.
That was money well spent.
Oh.
I'm the only one who actually ordered that thing, am I?
I plead the fifth.
Well,
I
I had chips and dip as well, and beer, so it worked out.
Yeah. But, well, let's go down the card and give our thoughts about it. Let's start with the pre-show, sadly. The Intercontinental title match between The Miz and Wade Barrett.
I was so, if I can speak first, because you know I love Miz, and I was so pissed off that this was put on the pre-show, and not to say that the pre-show was actually a cool thing they did. You know, me and my wife, we watched it on our iPad, and you know, other than Kofi Kingston wearing a suit and not wrestling, other than that, it was cool. But this should have been on the main pay-per-view. It was a good match, and so glad Miz won. And I believe now he's still undefeated, isn't he?
No. He lost at WrestleMania one time.
But that was the one time. But how many times he won after that?
I think twice.
Are you talking about with the belt?
I think it's three.
Well, when Intercontinental title, that makes three.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, but I thought it was a good match. That was probably my third favorite match of the night. But it should have been on the pre-show, and I missed one. So that's my opinion.
I mean, I think that's everyone's opinion on that. I actually watched the match. I enjoyed the match. I was like, why did they regulate this to a pre-show? This was actually card-worthy.
Yeah, and speaking about the pre-show, what did you guys think about... Calvin Kid, let's get your opinion about it.
I just have one question. How much more can you degrade the Intercontinental Championship?
I mean, yeah, pre-show. That shit.
Putting it on a pre-show?
Probably pooping on it.
Since when in the history of the WWEF has the Intercontinental Championship been put on a pre-show?
A bunch of times.
Didn't they do it a bunch of times with the U.S. belt?
Yeah,
the U.S. belt?
They
Yeah,
did
with
the U.S. belt and the Intercontinental title before.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I don't remember a time when that.
But yeah, but in terms of WrestleMania, that is just an insult.
So degrading.
Yeah. What did you guys think about the I'll give my thoughts about the match.
Yeah, go ahead.
It was a pretty good match. I agree with you guys. It should have been on the card because it's WrestleMania and it's a premier WWE title, so it should have been on the card. But it was a good match between Baron and The Miz. But let's talk about the commentary group thing they had with Jim Ross, Dusty Rhodes, Kofi, and what was that guy's name, Pike? That was there?
Scott Stanford.
Yeah, Scott Stanford. What did you guys think about that? I thought it was kind of stupid to have Kofi up there commentating. They should have had him in the match.
Why was he commentating?
He's wearing a suit on the biggest show of the company. He should be down there in that ring. And it was weird. And other than that, you know, they're trying to be like, you know, Super Bowl, you know, like have that commentating shit. And it felt like Dusty was just mumbling on, but JR said some good stuff, you know.
I mean, but the thing is, they shouldn't have used Kofi Kingston. They should have used like some mid-carder that had great mic skills to be in that whole commentating group. Kofi should have been in the ring doing something, doing what he does best.
They should have had the 8-man battle royal that they had planned for both the IC and the US title. That would have been a good match.
That would have.
That would have been fun.
But sadly no.
Kofi Kingston, I mean, why? I don't understand the mentality there. I mean, when we really look at the situation of, from a company standpoint, why would you put Kofi Kingston on commentary?
I don't get it. You know who would have been great on the commentary? Those guys, even though, again, he didn't get a spot anyway and still fucked up. Like, Cesaro would have been great on that commentary.
Yeah, he could have did better.
Yeah.
He would
have been entertaining.
Yeah, I would have said that, yeah.
Yeah. It would have been nice to see him. Glad that Punk stood up for him wearing his shirt at the press conference.
Yeah.
That was cool. But let's get into the card. And the first match, if I remember correctly, was the 6-man tag, The Shield versus Sheamus, Orton, and Big Show.
So,
really hoping Orton was going to be the one to turn there.
Yeah, I think everyone was hoping that. I think that everyone was hoping with that. I was like, okay, I already knew what was going to happen. When you put the Big Show in there, I was like, either Randy Orton's going to turn or Big Show, but I don't think Randy's going to turn because he's become the voice of reason.
Well,
yeah, that was the first problem. Like, how are you going to have this dude of all the dudes be the voice of reason?
You would think if out of all of them, it would be Sheamus.
Like right there, that told you right there, Shield was going to win this thing.
Yeah. Well, like I said before, to me it would have been stupid if they lost at WrestleMania because that would pretty much kill their whole gimmick. And then what would you do with all 3 of them?
Actually, I really like the Shield.
I like the Shield too.
Those three guys are great, and they're gonna go further and do it a good win. I hated that finish afterwards with Big Show punching both of them. I did not like that.
Yeah, the match was good. It's just that I didn't. The match was
fairly decent.
But
fairly decent.
I just didn't like the whole Show's heel again.
I didn't like that whole storyline turn. Anyways, I really didn't much care for it. With getting the Big Show into that, they should have just either kept Ryback because they've been attacking Ryback, or had Jericho. Because remember when they switched out John Cena with Jericho, but they wanted to use Jericho for Fandango.
Here's the thing. I like Show. I just think he needs to take some time off. I really think he's being oversaturated. I feel like they're struggling.
Did he take time off not that long ago?
He needs to take more time off. I know, but see, here's the thing.
They're trying to make him into this is what I think they're trying to do. They're trying to make him into the next Andre the Giant.
Well, he can't be. No.
They tried.
Here's the thing.
WCW tried that and failed, and
this is WWE.
Well, it's pretty much become WCW.
But see, that's the thing. Show has a legacy. It's not like he doesn't have a legacy. Here's the thing about Big Show. They're struggling to work him in the story. They're just throwing him into anything now. Over the past couple of years, they've just been throwing him in everything.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't. Why struggle? Why not wait and find that one spot he needs to be at instead of just throw him in there with everybody? I understand you want to keep the man working. I mean, can't you put him on extended severance and just send him off on a paid vacation or something for a while so you can find another way to work, make it give everybody else on the card some chances to work their way up. I mean,
I would agree with that. I mean,
absolutely.
I would because I've seen him in heacting. He's actually a pretty good actor.
That's what I'm saying. Show that other things he could be doing.
He was funny in Knucklehead. I'll give him that.
I love that movie.
And he was great on Sight.
He's got a great personality. I think the guy has great.
He's funny.
And MacGruber. Oh my god.
Really is funny.
So he needs to go ahead and go take a year off, do some acting, do some acting bits, be on a couple of TV shows. I would actually like to see him in a serious role though.
A serious role?
A serious role.
I could totally see him I know it's cliche getting big and all, but as a horror movie monster, tight, have to take him down kind of figure. You know?
I can see that.
Yeah, I could totally.
The only one I saw, the only thing I saw him in was the Waterboy.
That was actually, he was funny in that one.
He was really funny in that
one. Actually.
He was. A few seconds, he was spot on funny.
But I really don't like this whole storyline that they're using Randy Orton and Sheamus for at that time. They were using him why would you want to make Randy Randy Orton into the voice of reason? Why? This. Huh?
It didn't make sense to me at all. Like, Randy Orton being the voice of reason. You know, I said, good for them. And I said, like now the Shield has dominated and won. Now I think the next step is going to be titles. Because you can only beat so many people in one match. Like, now I think you go for possessions. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which I think is going to be the next step. So.
Yeah, but I don't know. The match was good. It's just that I didn't like the show flip flopping like that. It probably would have been better if Orton turned heel. And
it seems like Orton and Sheamus are like the best buddies now.
Excuse me, this show doesn't have direction, you know.
Yeah, he's begging him to let him be heel. He wants to be heel so bad.
Yeah, we'll get into that a little bit later.
Yeah, go on. Okay.
Next match was Ryback versus Mark Henry. This match was as dull as I thought it was going to be.
I mean, Ryback...
Good for him for picking him up, though.
Ryback, in my opinion, I actually like to see this guy wrestle. He can wrestle. It's just that you have to give him an opponent that he can work with. I understand, you want to give Mark Henry something because, he just got off of injury, yada, yada, yada. But when you have two big guys in a ring, Ryback could actually move. Unlike Mark Henry.
Yeah.
So give Ryback an opponent that will, challenge him. Not give him, here's candy on a plate. Woo!
Yeah. Horrible finish. That finish made me mad.
Well, unfortunately, I wasn't able to see the finish. My thing went out. But I'm pretty shocked that they let Mark Henry win. But
because what happened was they Ryback picked him up. He's about to do slam, and then he fell down, fell face forward. Then Mark Henry turned him over and pinned him. That was it.
Yeah.
Here's the.
But
the funny part was right after he won, Henry's about to beat him up some more. Then Ryback countered, picked him up, and slammed him.
I mean, I think that was trying to say with that move is first attempt I couldn't pick you up. But this time I'm fucking mad, and now I'm going to pick you up and slam you.
Hold on, I want to throw my opinion about this. My whole thing is this. I did get a glimmer of that one as well. Here's my thing. Mark Henry's matches, they're worked the same every time. I feel like Mark Henry has been better in the past when he's had somebody, I don't know who it was, but obviously somebody was on him who would make him work. He needs. I understand he's off injury or whatnot, but here's the thing: this is WrestleMania. You don't put someone that limited on the card in place of an Intercontinental Championship match that was above average. You don't put somebody to work Ryback. Why would you put Mark? What kind of mentality do you have to be in to put Mark Henry to work Ryback at WrestleMania? Does that even make sense to you?
No, it doesn't.
When you say it to yourself, you're sitting at the big long black table over in freaking Connecticut or wherever, and you're up there in the office, and Mr. Man's sitting at the end of the table. You got two old geezers sitting next to you, coughing up all kinds of mucus on you. You're in your nice suit, and you're sitting at this table. You just got hired maybe a year ago, and you know wrestling. You're sitting in that room, and you know the business. You even know sports entertainment. You're sitting there, and somebody proposes the idea. One of the bookers proposed the idea to book Mark Henry against Ryback at WrestleMania on actual card.
That was a mistake.
How does that get out of that room? How does something like that get out of the room? That's what confuses me the most. It doesn't make sense economically, business-wise. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense wrestling-wise. That's for damn sure. It doesn't make sense even story-wise when you really delve into it. Why would you waste a WrestleMania card space with a shit match like that?
You don't. You shouldn't. You shouldn't.
That just doesn't make sense to me.